Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Saturday. I'm here and I'm going to do a Saturday afternoon reading. It's been a very interesting day. It's we have the a lot of things going on cosmically with the planets and the moons and everything else coming in, and I can tell you that the way they're affecting me is the last week or so. I get really drained by early evening, like by 8 o'clock. I'm trying to get some things done, and just be in my bed and like do some reading and a class or something, and I'll be passing out. I can't even stay awake. But then I'm waking up so early in the morning, and so that's one thing that's going on. Now today, some very interesting emotions have been coming up. Some of you know that I had my oldest child, my firstborn, had passed back in the 90s, and he was 15 years old at the time. And there's a song that his girlfriend at the time, they were kind of on again, off again, and she had sent it to me for his funeral, and it was "Go Rest High Go Rest High on a Mountain," and by Vince Gill. And when I heard it play, it was like, wow, this is my son. And along with a number of other songs, but that was like a very like inspiring song for me, to help me let go, I guess is what I can call it, knowing that his time on earth was done. He did what he was supposed to do here, and he touched a lot of lives, and his time was over. And then shortly after that, the song I'll Know When I Get There by Brad Paisley and Carrie Underwood, I believe it is. That was played at my mom's funeral. And I picked that song for her funeral because her spirit was finally free. There was something about my mom. Her spirit was always kind of locked up in a neat little box, and nobody was to ever really know how she felt or what she thought, deep down. So every once in a while, she would speak her mind and stuff, but she had things, deep within her soul, beliefs, morals, values. But she was so caught up in the outside world that expressing those beliefs and values were very hard for her. And when she did express herself, it usually came about in a very harsh way. And not everyone could really understand where she was coming from. So anyways, that song came up, and it became a very emotional time for me. And I kind of stopped everything, and I just meditated to the words of the song. And it's like, moments like that, even though they bring up a lot of emotions for me, I cherish them, because they help me to keep my loved ones that are gone alive and still with me. And it was their way of letting me know that they're here and they're with me. And some things have been going on that have been causing me a lot of sadness, and I'm not allowing it to take me over, but it's still there, and I'm processing it. And that those songs brought some happiness and joy to me because they helped me to realize that I do have a lot of loved ones around me. I just don't see them, and sometimes that's hard. It's hard to get that, but I have to always remember that I have a lot of loved ones around me, and they may not be, the physical ones that I want around me, but they certainly are the spiritual ones that I always want around me. I always want to know that my loved ones that have passed are there, footprints in the sand. So I just kind of wanted to share that. Now today I was going to grab a bottle of water, and I forgot to. But today I'm going to do something a little different. I have these two like half wheels, and some of you know that I've been kind of studying, not like full-fledged studying, but studying zodiacs and tying the zodiac signs in with spirituality and biblical texts and things like that, and how the zodiac relates to our God-given world. And some people believe that if you have things like that you're demonic. I personally don't believe that. I believe that these things have been here since the beginning of time, and that they're tools for us. That's what I believe. I think my packages are here. So it is my packages, wouldn't you know? And I don't know if I can pause it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on the houses, and for each zodiac sign there is a house related to it, and that house kind of controls like certain energies that we have, so I'll kind of go through. I'm waiting for the person to bring my packages, so I'm not in the middle of trying to concentrate. So we have, like, under Aries, it's the first house, and the first house is all about personal awareness, our personality, the masks. Sometimes we put on masks, our identity, self-image, the image we project to others, and our self-expression, how we express ourselves outwardly. And maybe it's the neighbor. Okay, it's the neighbor. All right, so then the second house is all about being resourceful, material values, and it's Taurus. So Taurus is a money sign. They like to feel secure, and it's about material things. It's about security and having possessions. I guess that's the best way to describe it. So then the third house is mindset. So it's about thinking. It's Gemini. Gemini is my moon sign, and it's about thinking, speaking, and writing, and our interactions with siblings and how we communicate. And then we have Cancer, the fourth house, Cancer energy. And that is all about the home life, private life, your roots, your heritage, family. Cancers are very big into family, the subconscious and patterns in life. And then we have Leo, the fifth house. So that's about creativity, how you like to spend your time, recreation, procreation, entertainment, pleasures, romance, children, and play. And then we have Virgo. Virgo is all about self-improvement. employment, work routines, health, nutrition, and duty. Um, Virgos are kind of like a worker bee, I guess how I would put it. So then, in our seventh house, we have Libra. And Libra is all about partnerships, marriage, one-to-one relationships, alliances, conflicts with others, and legal matters. So, yeah, I'll explain that. So then we have eighth house, Scorpio. And Scorpio's all about renewal, sex, death, rebirth, transformation, deeply felt peak, a transformation deeply felt, peak experiences, depth interactions with others, growth and change. And then we have the ninth house, and that's Sagittarius. Sagittarius people energy is all about searching for meaning, higher education, mind expansion, philosophy of life, religions, journeys, and travel. And then we have Capricorn, the 10th house. That's my sun sign. And my rising sign is Libra. So Capricorns are all about achievement in the world. And Capricorns are always like striving to get to the top of the mountain, the goat. Authorities, public life, recognition, guides, career, or vocations. Then we have Aquarius in the 11th house. And they're all about group involvement, clubs, collective endeavors, friendships, humanitarian ideals, global awareness. So that's all about, the universe, the world. How can I make this a better place? What can I do, to bring world peace? Aquarius people are always about, the outer world, the universe. And then we have Pisces. And Pisces is the 12th house, service to humanity, self-transcendence, self-sacrifice, retreats from the world, unacknowledged or repressed parts of oneself. Pisces is a very kind of reflective type of person. They're also known to be very spiritual, so higher order type of sign. So let's start with our. I was going to do 2 decks. We'll see how much time I have. I got a very, very nice invitation from my old neighbor who's in the spot I'm in right now. He moved down the road to a private lot, which is nice that he was able to grab that. But he still comes and visits and stuff. So he came and invited me for tacos tonight, which I thought was really nice of him to do that. So let's. I think what I'll do is do 6 cards from this deck for the top 6, and that will be from house number 1 to 6, and then from 7 to 12 I'll use my other deck, and it's a new deck. I haven't done any readings with it yet. So here we go. The first house. Ooh, this is self-awareness, the mass, identity, your self-image, what you want to project to others, and how you outwardly express yourself. So we have the 7 of Cups here. So right on top, cups are about emotions, feelings, and if you found this reading today, your first house is all about, you have a whole lot of kind of things being presented to you, and you need to be aware, because this is the house that is about self-awareness. So you need to make sure that whatever choice you make, that it's going along with your true self, what your true goals are, not what others want them to be for you, but what you want for yourself. So that's your first card being drawn in the first house of the zodiac. So let's go with the second house of the zodiac. Ooh, we have ooh, okay. All right, so we have the Four of Cups. All right. To me, this card is all about. It represents kind of like a cleaning of house. As you can see, there's 4 cups here, and again, cups are emotions. And to me, this card's saying that we're getting rid of a lot of the emotional baggage over here, and we're just going to hang on to what really, truly is part of my value system and part of what I believe is really important in this life for me. So that's what this card is representing in this reading. And that's in the second house. So I don't know how I'm going to get all these cards to fit on the table. We'll see. I think I know what I'm going to do. Here we go. We're going to move it over a little bit. Here we go. Yeah. And then this one's going to go over here. Yes. I think we can do it. All right. So now we have, in the third house, we have mindset, thinking, speaking, writing, learning, interactions with siblings, and communication. So we have the Four of Wands. It's about action. So this card's telling me that you're in a place where it's time to not take those relationships for granted and to reach out and spend some quality time with the people you love. Let them know through words and actions how you feel about them, and celebrate the joy and the happiness that they bring into your life. That's what I'm getting from this card for the third house. Okay, next one. The fourth house, private life, roots, heritage, family, psychological foundation, subconscious patterns. Okay. For the fourth house, we have 10 of Wands. I got a lot of, we have a girl here. I'm going to show you the card so you can do your interpretation too. Again, this is your home, your private life, your roots, your heritage, family, psychological foundation, subconscious patterns. So what I'm getting from this card in this reading is that there's a lot of unclarity of where you're going, but you know that it's time to move on. It's time to set your roots in a new place, to bring all of your belongings and find that new place to plant your roots and create a new foundation for yourself. Now, the only colors in this card are like a grayish color, and then at the top of the sky, it's kind of like a tanzanite color, I want to say, which is third eye. But other than those colors, those grays and the little bit of tanzanite, it's pretty much all yellow, which is your emotions. So those subconscious feelings, whatever has kept you bottled up and stuck in the situation you were in, you finally created the courage within yourself. You finally mustered up the courage within yourself to pull it all together and, start your journey. Start the journey of your dreams to where you're going to go For some reason, I'm getting where the good Lord takes you, and be able to create a strong foundation for yourself and plant the roots of your life, who you truly, truly are meant to be. So that's what I'm getting from this card. Now we have the fifth house. The fifth house is about recreation, procreation, entertainment, pleasures, romance, children, and play. So in our fifth house. Oh, all right. You may have a spirit animal of a wolf, a gray wolf. I know that the gray wolf has been my spirit animal, and has literally come to me in visions. So it was pretty cool in a way. I mean, part of me was a little nervous when the wolf came up to me, but then I realized there was nothing to be afraid of. So the gray wolf may be coming up because it's your spirit animal. And you know that it's your spirit animal. Some of you may not know it's your spirit animal. You may want to look into that, and also like see what when you look at this card, tap into what your emotions are connecting to. So also in this card we have wisdom. We have a gentleman that is like sitting there very, very happy, very joyful, with feeling very safe and secure with a wolf sitting next to him. Very large pentacle. And the room that he's sitting in is a room full of books. So it's kind of like a library. And this is like all about knowledge. It's all about, you have created your world. You've created your world. You've created your space. And if it isn't created yet, you're in the process of creating it. And it's going to bring you lots of pleasure, lots of happiness. And you're going to see a whole lot of creativity all around you. The big color, I mean, the green sweater is about the heart chakra. The orange pentacle is your procreation. And it's funny because it has procreation here. It's the sacral chakra, which is being creative and procreation. So that's kind of a neat little coincidence. Hey, whoever's on, it's good to see you. But the background is like so much red. The gray wolf and the gray beard and hair is like a little bit of, you're not 100% sure what's coming down the road, but you're totally comfortable and okay with it. You have that security, that knowing, that wisdom. And the root chakra, this is all about having a very strong foundation. What you've created with a lot of knowledge, a lot of skill. And if you're not sitting in this place right at this moment, this is what is going to come for you in your fifth house. Okay. Virgo. What's Virgo? Self-improvement, employment, work routines, health, nutrition, and duty. All right. King of Wands. We have a little bit of fire going on within us. We have a gecko. I don't know this. I say this every time this card comes up. I'm not sure what the gecko means. We have 3 rings. There is some symbolism to the 3 rings. Not sure what that is either. But there are 3. Let's see. Oh, it's that spiral, actually. That spiral, which I know has biblical and geometric symbolism to it. So, the King of Wands, this is Leo energy. And the shirt, he's got like this red shirt on. Strong, strong, strong foundation. This came up twice. Strong foundation in both your fifth and sixth. So this is all about self-improvement, employment, your routines, health and nutrition, and your duties. So the King of Wands is like, I don't want to say survivor, because a survivor, see, to me, a survivor is always like, there's always a battle. A conqueror. You've conquered, that's the word. You've conquered your fears, you've conquered the obstacles, you've conquered the distractions, and you have allowed that wand, that fire, to lead you through the darkness, and to bring you out of the forest. You're no longer lost. And you know exactly what it is that you're supposed to do and what you're meant to do. And part of what you need to do is take care of your health. And it's more than just physical health. So there's a lot of, with this card, I always connect it to the tiger eye stone, which I have one right here. It's a rough one that I have. And it just always, this background always, and the lion always reminds me of the tiger eye, which is a solar plexus stone, which is the sun, which is Leo. Anyway, so you got a lot of emotion in here, and it is your emotions. Now, our emotions can either motivate us into a place of empowerment, or they can motivate us, or unmotivate us into a place of stagnation. I don't even know if that's a word. Where we are stagnant, where we are stuck, where we can't seem to get our heads out of a paper bag. I think that's the phrase. And that's not this person. This person knows how to overcome anything that I don't want to say gets in the way, because that sounds like a fighter again. Overcome any obstacles that's placed before you, and you use. I should look. I don't have that deck with me, but the gecko energy. Not sure what it is, but I believe geckos have a really strong spiritual meaning. And they're an earth. They have earth energy. So you might want to look it up. You can Google gecko, spirit meaning of geckos. So yeah, that's quite interesting so far. Now let's get the other 6 houses done. And I'll use my new deck. I love the back of it. It looks so pretty. And this is one of those like aluminum holograph type of. I don't know. All I know is it's shiny. I think they're called holographs, which I didn't realize they were. But they're kind of neat. They're kind of nice. They're the typical, I think they're typical, I don't know. They're that hierarchy type of card, not, the pictures are more like kings and queens, things like that. I don't know. But they're pretty. They're very pretty cards. And, but I love that design. I think the colors are so pretty. It's that cosmic spiral again. And I don't know, I feel energized when I see the back of the cards. So all right, here we go. So now we are at the 7th house, and that is Libra. So we're going this way. We're going from right to left now. And Libra is about partnerships, marriage, one-to-one relationships, alliances, or conflicts with others, legal matters. So here's Libra. It's upside down too. So we have they have different names. We have the Five of Cups, and it was in reverse. So this is reverse. Let me turn it this way. I will read both sides. So when you're in alignment, well, let me read it the way upside down, the way it showed up, and then I'll read it when you're in alignment. So this is Scorpio energy, and it is, I want to say, I can't find it. There's a planet. It's showing a planet here. So it's number 5. And we have hope, opportunities, rekindle an old love, good news, acceptance, good new relationships, restore an old relationship. So, and these are all, this Libra, the 7th house is all about partnerships, marriage, one-to-one relationships, alliances, or conflicts with others in legal matters. So there's been some loss or departure, sadness that has been occurring either throughout a long period of time or just recently. So that's probably what is creating this feeling of where you need to restore old relationships and old loves and things like that. So rebuild partnerships. I know in these moons that are going on right now, the planets and the moons that are aligning right now, they have a lot of nostalgic energy to them. And I know that I've been experiencing some of that myself. So it kind of goes with the planetary energy right now. So when you are, so right side up is actually so this is the positive, the reverse side. So if it would have come up right side up, it would be about going through a breakup, having regrets, blaming yourself, sadness, distrust, betrayal in love, betrayal with a love, ouch, excessive pessimism, fear of separation, feeling abandoned, and divorced. So if that's the feeling that's going on in your 7th house right now, know that soon you're going to be experiencing a lot of hope, some opportunities. You will rekindle an old love. Some good news is going to be coming. Acceptance. Acceptance is such a big thing for all of us. I can remember, and I just heard this in a video. How when we pray, we pray for things, we pray for things, we pray for things. I've learned that you don't pray for things. That you just kind of ask for the acceptance. But also you are able to pray or to visualize how the dreams of your life coming true. So I used to pray for things, and I'd get so frustrated because my prayers weren't being answered. And that song, Unanswered Prayers, I want to say that's Brad Paisley too. Thank God for unanswered prayers, because half the things I prayed for, I should be grateful they didn't come about. But when I would sometimes the things were for good purposes. And when I kind of let go of the asking, things would happen. And I just heard that on some type of one of these videos I watch on YouTube. And it's the act of letting go of something, and just knowing that things come in God's time or divine's time, whatever, your divine source is, higher power, whatever you call that divine being, that it's in their time. I know anything that's going to come about in my life is in my higher power's time. And all I need to do is have faith and trust that everything's going to be okay and everything's going to work out. And the worst thing I can do is use that energy for worry and fear, because worry and fear only will bring about more worry and fear. So the letting go is like an awesome, awesome thing. So this came up reverse, and you're going to be rekindling an old love, good news, acceptance, new relationships, restore an old relationship. So, who knows? Who knows what's, going to be coming down the line for you. I wish you nothing but lots of blessings. So now we have our 8th house, Scorpio. I love the colors of these cards. Okay, so this is, it's the 3 of Pentacles. Okay. I'm not used to seeing these cards yet. So the 3 of Pentacles, it is Capricorn energy. I believe that's my Capricorn energy. Yep, Capricorn energy. And it's about career and success. So renewal, death, rebirth, transformation, deeply felt peak experiences, death interactions with others, growth and change. So there's going to be a career change, I want to say. Or, I don't know, maybe it's not even a career change. Maybe there's just something's going to all of a sudden click. You might get a promotion. You may find, if you're self-employed, you may find another avenue for revenue. That sounds good. And doors are going to be opening up for you. And the 3 of Pentacles are beginnings. In Scorpio, the 8th house is all about rebirth. So there's something going on with your finances, your abundance, that maybe you took a look, at what your things look like, and maybe you're like reestablishing, things that you can get rid of, things that you can hold on to, and it will bring in more. So there's definitely a growth and change here. So early stages of achievements, first bonuses, jobs related to status, a chance to make money, professional development, competitiveness, attention to details. So upside down, it would be the trouble with work, the trouble at the workplace. So if you are having trouble with your job or trouble at the workplace, it may be a good time for you to look into some change. Maybe there's a job within the company you're in that you've been thinking about, and it's time to apply. Maybe it's time for you to tap into other skills that you have, and you've just been too afraid to do that. So now we have our 9th house. My throat's getting so dry. And the 9th house is about the 6 of Pentacles. So the 6th of Pentacles is all about inheriting abundance, and we can inherit things in so many different ways. I know for me, there's people that inherit things all the time. It's like they just happen to be in the right time, right place, and next thing you know, they have a brand new TV, 60-inch TV, or someone is getting rid of. I knew about a person here where I am that got this beautiful camper. And it is just like major step up from the camper they had. And he got it for $2,000, and it was like, wow, that's a really, really nice, it looks new compared to, what he had. And so those things kind of come all the time. I mean, some people want to say, they're lucky, but are they, or do they, have they inherited this way of achieving things that they need and want, and those things coming about. It's also about having property and family. And this zodiac sign is Aries. It's Aries. Yes. Oh, no, it's Taurus. No, wait. It's Aries. That's what I thought. And we have the moon sign and, what's that say? Yes? Something yes. Was it no? I don't know what the yeses and nos are. This card says yes. Not sure why. I'll have to look into the book description to find out why the yeses and nos are on these cards. So this is all about philanthropy. Maybe it's time that you start looking into your God-given talents again and, tapping into those creative energies that you have, the resources that you have within your own hands to create abundance for yourself. Repaying of debt, having gratitude, always have gratitude for all that you receive. Even if you don't think it's a lot, the gratitude is what brings more. Being grateful for the sun to come out when it was like gray and cold, and the wind has been like horrible the past week, and just to know, and it was very gray, and to wake up to a blue sky, it was like, oh my God, thank you for this blue sky. And it's like, it has nothing to do with me, but it's worth being grateful for. Material benefits. So whenever you do accomplish something materially, whether you bought it, whether you were able to save and buy, or someone gave you something, be grateful for it. And know that, wow, this was such a wonderful gift. The dedication of talent. So be grateful for your talents. Grants, gifts, financial support, share the wealth. So the other part about, and this comes in with the whole church thing, which I don't profess church things, but whatever you give, you get back tenfold. I'm a firm believer in that. And it may not be like, if I give $10, I may not get $100, but I might get a whole lot of other things that are valued far more than that $10 or that $100. So I might get friendships out of it. I might get a customer, a client out of it. So don't think that by sharing your wealth, you're going to lose your wealth. Now, are there times that I've shared my wealth and I've regretted it? Of course there are. But I refuse to be, I don't consider them, I used to have family members that used to like throwing my mistakes in my face and not let me forget that I made these mistakes. And you know what? They actually were just learning. They were learning steps, and everything that has gone on in my life has led me to where I am today. And I wouldn't trade where I am today for anything. There isn't a dollar value on what I have today, because what I have today, no one can take from me. It's all here. It's all here. And it's all here. There's no price value on that. So share the wealth. If you're feeling you're not feeling quite there yet. You could be feeling like you're unrecognized. You have bad debts, greed, selfishness, stingy, and inequality, wasteful spending, and feeling envy. This is an area that you need to kind of tap into and unblock. Unblock this energy that's creating this feeling of greediness and selfishness. And again, it's the ninth house is all about searching for meaning, higher education, mind expansion, philosophy of life, religions, journeys, and travel. So you're going places. You're going places. And all you have to do is open up the doors. Open up those doors and feel grateful and share your wealth. Woo-hoo. Now we have Capricorn, or the 10th house, and it's about achievement in the world, authorities, public life, recognition, guides, career, or vocation. And we have the Nine of Wands. We have the sign of Sagittarius. We have another yes here for whatever that means. The background in this card, we have some nice deep greens and a deep blue. So the deep blue would be the third eye, and then we had 2 heart chakras. And this one here is like deep orange. I love it. Sacral chakra, I want to say. You could call it red. I mean, it actually could be the root chakra too, because it's such a deep orange that it literally could be red. So this is all about you have defended yourself in ways and shown strength and accomplishment. You are in a place where you have accomplished a big part of the journey, the path, the obstacles. And the card itself says strengthen, protect yourself, guard to territorial integrity, alert, precautionary attitude, physical strength, fight for yourself. So even though you've had the strength and the ability to defend yourself, don't let your guard down, because there are people that will be envious of you. There will be people that want to take this away, and that could be emotionally. Sometimes people destroy us with their words, and they bring us back to that self-loathing, that unworthiness. So you've accomplished a lot. You've gotten through a lot of those emotional boundaries that were set up, that imprisonment that you had for a long time. So you stepped out, you fought the good fight, and you're standing there with all your wands ready for battle. Don't rest on your laurels. Don't think for a second that people aren't going to want to take this away from you. So be prepared. Don't become ugly. Preparing and being. What's the words I want to say? Just don't allow others to manipulate you backwards, and stay strong in your own beliefs. Stay true to yourself. And yes, you want to keep your wands all in place, but you also want them to be movable. You also want to be able to allow people to come through that are not going to keep you stuck or bring you backwards. So you have to be flexible. And if and if it comes to a place where, oops, I let this person in, and it's so much easier to get back on track. I know with people in my life, I've attempted to, make peace, and it wasn't going. It wasn't going to a peaceful place. So I stepped back, and it was so much easier than the first time I had to let go completely. It was so much easier, to just step back. And it's okay, because, there are people in my life that when the time is right, in God's time, I'll always let them back in my life because I love them. But I also will always step back for my own self-love, because I can't afford to imprison myself ever again. So I don't know if that makes sense or not. If you aren't in this place, you could be feeling weak, feeling cowardice. You might, be sick a lot. Emotions can cause a lot of sickness. You may have an injury. You might feel very defenseless. You might always have that feeling of danger. Lost in space. Danger. Sorry. Excessive defenses, failure of defense, stubbornness, poor health, loss of status. So this could be, in, again, foundation and sacral chakra. I would say that those would be the areas that you need to cleanse and protect. And, check that out. And in my school community, I have videos where, it's a free community for certain things. There's a lot of free stuff in there. And then I have advanced classes that are going to be in there. And, and it's all about cleansing the chakras and meditation. So the 11th house, group involvement clubs, collective endeavors, friendships, humanitarian ideals, global awareness. Another green. We have another yes, whatever that means. We have the sign of I want to say it's, what do I want to say it is? Why can't I find this one? Oh, I should know this one. Oh, this is the world. It's Taurus. Is it Libra? The number is 21. I'm not sure. All right. So it's the world. It says TAU here, so I'm thinking it's a Taurus energy, but Taurus is about, I don't know, I'm feeling like it's something different. All right, so the world card. Again, it's a wreath, like they give you in the Olympics, a laurel wreath, which is champion. You're a champion. You are the champion of the world. So I'm in the song mood, I guess. And then we have all the elements. So we have earth. No, we have human, bird, lion, and the bull. The bull. Yeah, the bull. So I'm trying to figure out what all of those four are. But they're in the four corners of the world, which remind me of the archangels. And that's what I'm getting, archangel energy here. And completion, success, reward, and joy. So, yeah. We have the four archangels at the north, south, east, and west. Even though they're the four corners, and a lot of times, like when you create a crystal grid, you have the four corners of the world that you say crystals up. So this card's about endings, completions, attainment, extreme harmony, unanimity, unanimity, end of a journey, extreme pleasure, achieve your goal, fullness, success, ideal state of life. And it is in the Aquarius energy. So Aquarius is all about world energy. The world, the universe, making everything right, making everything balanced, humanitarian goals and ideals. So this is all about where you are in your world, in the world that you have created for yourself. You've become very, very successful in this world that you've created, and it's a very safe place for you. And you have either achieved your goal or you're on the way to achieving your goal. And if you don't feel like you're at the end of a journey, and just because you're at the end of one journey does not mean another one's isn't gonna come. I know for me, I've had one journey after another, and I like to think I've embraced them all, or at least now that I'm where I'm at in my life spiritually, I embrace whatever journey I am on at the moment. And right now, my journey is about spiritual connection and helping others to achieve their own spiritual awareness. So, and I know that I haven't completed my goal, but there's been a lot of little steps along the way where I've had completions, and the end of one journey, beginning of another. So just know that whatever goal you've set, we always have another. As long as we have a living breath in us, there's always another goal to set and to strive for and to achieve. So the opposite of this would be feeling like you have a lot of failures, that there's obstacles in your way, unresolved issues, imperfect. You might be a perfectionist where you can't do this because you can't do it perfectly. Forget that. Stagnation, where you feel stuck. You get bored with things, so you just stop doing it. You start something and then you quit. You're resistant to change. That's a big one. I mean, a lot of people want to change, but then in the process of doing the changing, it becomes work, and it doesn't come instantly, and they just resist change. And I've known a number of people like that, and I mean, I would love to go in and just kind of give them a little shake and it all happens, but you can't do that. Being stubborn doesn't help, and I guess, so if you're feeling those things, chances are you again need to do some chakra cleansing and meditation. Part of chakra cleansing is meditation, so tap into some nice simple. I mean, there's some simple ones. I've been videoing, recording a few just like 3 to 5 minute meditations, something that's very simple, very quick. A lot of times, if you just stop, take some deep breaths, focus on your breaths and, your chakra areas, that in itself will help you to unblock whatever's feeling blocked in yourself. So the next house is 12. We're at service to humanity, self-transcendence, which is all about spirituality, self-sacrifice, retreats from the world. So that's about, the kind of like the hermit is someone that will retreat from the world, not to be depressed or isolation, but to kind of be able to have time to go within and get some introspection on whatever's happening in your world at the time. So, and if you're feeling repressed, you're feeling like you are unacknowledged or you feel repressed. This can also be the 12th house. So this one is the Ace of Wands. And this is a Taurus. No, it's not Taurus. What is this one? It's not. Is it Aries? Let me see. Where's the other one? These signs, I'm not liking how they do them. So that one was Taurus, even though it was upside down. Okay, so this one's Aries. Okay, so we have company, career, travel, and start. Again, we have a lot of orange, red, so root, sacral. And Ace of Wands is action steps, so doors are opening, beginnings, new experiences, innovation. This is all about company, career, travel, and starting up. So there may be something you've been thinking about doing, starting. Now is the time, to do that. Having new ideas. I mean, I get this all the time. I get new ideas all the time. This is a new idea, the way I'm doing this spread. I've watched videos of different people doing different ways of doing readings, and there's one guy, his name's Pluto Being, and he does the 7 chakras. And I like that. And then I like tying the zodiac signs. So I have a tendency of like trying to tie the chakras and the signs and the elements into readings as much as I can. I don't always get everything because it's kind of impossible to get everything, but I try. So I found this new little thing, and I actually kind of created this idea myself. So, which is good because I don't like really copying other people's stuff. I like having my own. So the Ace of Wands, again, here you go. To me, it's like here's a picture of a big hand holding a big wand, and knowing the power within that wand. So knowing how powerful you are and can be when you make that step, take that step, make that decision. It's one act, one decision, now. It's that's what I'm getting. That's the message I'm getting. So it's all about new ideas, new start birth, new experiences, inspirational, innovative, optimistic, inventing, trusting, tenacity, creativity, fertility, growth, sexuality, motivation. And you it's all right there. All you gotta do is make the move. You make the move. whatever you want. It's there. Um, so if you're not feeling that, you could be having delays, false starts. So to me, a false start would be you get motivated to start something and then you're not motivated anymore. Failed attempts. So I'll give you a nice example. I had my shop at a flea market, and the economy just has not been good, especially for like flea market. I mean, there's a lot of people that like markets, but they're not going to flea markets to buy expensive crystals or crystal products, or to get a really good priced Reiki treatment. They go on to flea markets to look for deals, and so between the economy in the setting I was in, it was really difficult for me to get off the ground. So I felt like a failure, and it's not the first time I felt that way, but I refused. I refused to give up, and that's what's been going on with me. I have attempted a number of different things, and they haven't worked out for me for whatever reason. Like direct sales, I attempted, even though I love the product. I wasn't that type of a salesperson, and if someone told me they couldn't do a party, I was like, oh, okay, I understand, and so I wasn't a go-getter in that regard. Where I had a friend that she was great with direct sales. I mean, she would book parties. I mean, she did great, and she had that personality. So for me, it didn't work, but I didn't quit. Um, and wasted energy. I wasted my energy on a number of different things, but I didn't quit. So there's a whole lot of having false hope. I mean, I remember the whole Bitcoin thing. I got involved in some Bitcoin, and I had this false hope, that it was all going to work out. And guess what? They were scammers, and so it's like, yeah, no matter what, I've had a number of different types of attempts and a number of different types of failures, but no matter what, I always had new ideas, new kind of inventions, new motivations, new strategies, and I just didn't give up. No matter what, I didn't give up. And I think that's the key to life. Even with, multi millionaires and billionaires, it's not that they never had failures, it's they never let the failure keep them down. And they would bounce back up. I remember listening to Harv Eker, I think that's his name. He talked about his beginnings and all the failures, and he just, kept going, one thing after another. He just kept doing it, and then he found it. He just one day found the secret, and and that's where I'm at right now. And you can be there too. Whatever your dreams are, whatever your goals are, don't give up on them. Believe in yourself. Fight. You've accomplished so much, and it's okay to rest, but don't rest to a point where you're going to let your guard down and let others come in and destroy what you've accomplished. So with that, I don't know. I mean, it would be nice if people gave me their feedback on this reading, because this is the first time doing a reading like this, and I kind of liked it myself, so it would be nice to know what other people think about it. So let me know. Just give me comments and let me know what you think. And I do plan on doing this kind of reading every Saturday. And then, let me get my my calendar. I wrote it all down. So there's going to be my Sunday symposium in the school community. My group is called Manifesting Balance. So I have a Sunday symposium, and every other Sunday, like this Sunday at 5, I'm going to do a YouTube prior to it, a live YouTube where I'm just going to, talk about what the Sunday symposium will be about. I'll probably introduce myself and, give a little story about who I am and what I want to do and how I want to help people. And then next Sunday will be just the Sunday symposium. Then the week after that will be the YouTube prior to. There's so many things that I want to tie into this community, which can be fun, but also can be educational for people. And I'm hoping that, people join and participate. The free community, it's all about participating. The more you participate, the more levels open up to you. And then Tuesday, I'm going to do the pick an item, whether it's a crystal or a little figurine or whatever it is I have. It's pick an item, and that will be a reading. So I'll do that on Tuesdays because I've decided to take Tuesdays off. So I'll have a nice reading on Tuesdays. And then Wednesdays and Thursdays, that's when I'll be posting my faceless videos on YouTube, which the faceless videos are, right now, they're all about the chakras. I'm probably going to get into other things, but right now they're about very quick meditations for each chakra. When you get into the community, the classes will be a little more extensive and more of a discussion also. So I'm looking forward to this community building and, bringing in a lot of knowledge and a lot of community. That's what I want, a lot of community. So with that, I hope to find some of you on my YouTube channel, and I also hope to see you in the school community, Manifesting Balance. So with that, and that is school.com, school community, I think it's just school.com. SKOOL is how that's spelled. So with that, I just hope you have a very blessed Sunday, and I'm going to kind of get ready for my taco dinner that I was invited to. And hope you have a wonderful dinner also. Bye-bye.